Welcome back, fellow colorists. Jody here. Welcome to the channel JI Colorist, where today we are going to take a look back at all my completed projects, both coloring pages and crafts for the month of November 2023. I can't believe that we are here at the end of another month. This whole year has gone rather quickly, and it's exciting to enter the holiday season next month, where there will be lots of holiday coloring. So before we jump into December, let's finish off November. This is one of my last months in my Creative Companion 2023. Taking a look at November's stats, I completed 9 videos and 23 crafts. So yikes, it's been a busy month. I did 17 pages. I've also got a double page spread not counted in there, that's in On Its Works. So I have a whip for a change. I did 3 hashtags, 5 buddy colors. So thank you to my buddies. Subscriber count is as of Sunday, the 25th of November, and it's 1,841. So I would like to welcome 54 new colorists to the channel. Welcome, glad to have you here. I hope you're enjoying what you see. If you are new to the channel and you have yet to subscribe, it's free to subscribe. I only ask you once a month during this wrap-up video. If you like what you see on the channel, please consider subscribing. No cost to you, and it just helps my channel grow. That's all I've got to say for this. I will flip over and we'll see what we've done. We're going to do the crafts first because I've got a number of them and they're just piling up here on my desk. So let me grab them and we'll get started. We're going to start off with me completing my first ever Wubble kit. So it is a for beginners learning to crochet kit. It came with everything that you needed to complete this kit. I completed Pierre the penguin, and I think he actually turned out adorable. I did follow the video tutorial that is step by step to complete him. I did go back and rewatch and unwind a little bit to get it looking just the way I wanted, but it turned out really well. I enjoyed it. I think I'm ready to tackle the next one, and so look forward to seeing more origami projects in my future. But so Pierre says hello, and I'm not sure what we're going to do with him yet, but we're just going to put him on the shelf and collect a few more. Who knows, maybe one day I'll have a grandson, or I'll just keep it for myself for a little while. It does have eyes. They're plastic eyes that came with them. If you do make them for a small child or a pet, it does suggest to not use the plastic eyes and just to sew on some yarn eyes. So I can also do that on my next one. So there you go. That is the Wubbles. I know that there are a bunch of different crocheting kits out there. Some are better than others. I started with the Wubbles specifically because I understood that they had great instructional videos and it did not disappoint. So I'm happy that I picked this as my first Wubbles crochet kit. The next few items are going to be diamond painting items. This is the wreath that I did on the channel. I started it on the channel. It was a product from Outdoor Tide. It ended up turning out really well. I'm quite happy with it. I'm going to hang it on an inside wall in my house during the holidays. So it turned out quite well. Nothing has fallen off. The gems are sparkly. These next diamond painting keychains are also from Outdoor Tide, and they were a set of 12 different items, and I'm going to plan on using these as gift tags, little just ornaments to add to the outside of gift bags for Christmas, and they all turned out really well. Not a problem. They seem to be sticky. There was enough keychain hardware for all of them. So there was I took these with me on holiday and got them all finished off in Palm Springs while visiting my sister. Those are the keychains from Outdoor Tide, and happy with how they turned out, and I'm happy that they're done and ready to attach to some gifts. let's move on to my last craft. And this was me completing some paint gem diamond painting kit that I bought earlier in the year. This was the Christmas edition. There were 16 in here, and I think I've gotten 12 done. I then made them into cards. So I did some painting on the outside of the card, and then I used some stickers on the inside. So yeah, so there's this guy and this one, and this one's purple and gold. So I used a gouache paint around the outside, and then I sponged the treasure gold acrylic paint on top of it with a sea sponge. And these are going to be mailed out this week, so I wanted to get this video filmed a little bit early so I get these in the mail. So I've got a couple more that I haven't finished. I think there's 3 left, but I think that this is a good start. Earlier in the year I had done this one, so with some scrap paper. So I think this turned out just as well as this, so I thought I would just finish those off and get them mailed out. So those are all the craft items. Let me put them all away and we'll get started on the adult coloring pages. I should quickly mention that in the video description there are always discount codes for both Paint Gem and Outdoor Tide, as well as one-day savings. So if you're ever looking to buy a diamond painting kit from any of those places, feel free to use my discount code and save yourself a bit of money. Okay, on to the coloring pages. This is Sea of Colors coloring book by Angela Gonzalez. I did a few pictures this month, starting with the Sea of Colors, just the dedication page. I just thought I would finish that off, and I added a few more other little items by drawing them on. And then my next page is to participate in Amanda Colors group color along. And I used, just a second. So I just used a variety of markers, a little bit of Clearo paint, and some gel pen. So just a fun, cute page, and that's another piece. I've now gotten to the point that I have 30 pages left in this book, so now I've started a countdown, and I've got 30 pages, so I've got 29 pages left, and I did not include, there's a couple of activity pages at the end that I likely would not do. So I've now started a countdown for the Sea of Colors. So there's that book. While I was away, I also did some coloring at my sister's house, and I used both Inktense and also some the new Signo gel pens. So that's these ones here, and I will show you those pictures on screen because I have left those books at my sister's house so that I have something to color while I'm there. They are both from the coloring book, a mindfulness coloring book, and there's the lovely picture of some tulips and then flower mandala. So those are a couple of pages that I did using the Inktense and a water brush. The next 2 pages are from Tiny Worlds by Matt Edwards, and they are both buddy colors. The first one is the Boot Cottage Cannery, and it is a buddy color with Sherry D, and I will have Sherry's picture here in a moment. For me, I used Graphitint, Derwent Graphitint pencils. I used some Polychromos for the raspberries here, and a little bit of gel pen. But most of this was done, and I activated it with a water brush this time. So the page is a little bit wrinkled, but not bad, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So most of these are all Graphitint and a little bit of glaze pen for some of the flowers, the blue flowers. So, and here is Sherry's page. Sherry did an excellent job, and her berries were different than my color, so that was kind of a fun fun thing to see. And the next page, so thank you, Sherry. The next page here is a first ever buddy color with Denise from Canadian Colorist Art. And this is my page. I used glaze pens and a little bit of gel pen here. And then the pencils I used were polychromos, and then I used some Artex paint pens a little bit as well. So, and I went for more of a natural, lighter look, and I did like my page very much, but then I saw how Denise had done her page, so I'll show you Denise's page now. And Denise's page is much more bright and vibrant, and I just love how it turned out. And then I kind of looked at my page and I'm like, oh, well, actually, now I don't like my page as much. But they are both great in their own right, and I'm happy to have done both of them. I'm still happy with my page, but yeah, I just think Denise's was very much a big pop of color, and I really liked how she did that. So I love buddy colors for that reason, because it gives me a different look at how a picture can be done in different colors. And yeah, so thank you very much, Denise, for our first ever buddy color. And those were both from Tiny Worlds by Matt Edwards. The next page is also a buddy color page, and it is a page from A Million Llamas by Lulu Mayo, and it is from my new friend and Nikki from Nicnaccolours, and she is a person in New Zealand. So hello to New Zealand from Canada. And we chose this donut hammock page, so it was kind of fun to do. I just used polychromos pencils, some glaze pens a little bit, so some glaze pens like so here, and on these candies on the bottles, and a little bit of gel pen on some of the other areas. And then the background is just ink rubbed on with a brush. So background very simple to do, but it was a lot of fun, and the polychromos pencils actually work really well in the Lulu Mayo books, so I don't have a problem with those. No bleed through, so really happy with that. And here is Nikki's page. Nikki's page turned out very cute. It's so nice to see that coloring is something that everybody around the world does, and it amazes me that I've made friends from many different countries. So thank you, Nikki, and I look forward to doing more buddy colors with you in the future. The next smallest book I have here is Woodland Watercolor by Claire Teresa Gray, and this is a new book to me this month, and I did 2 pages in it. This first page here, I used Inktense pencils, so I put them on dry and then activated them. So these are all Inktense pencils. The couple of white spots here is a gel pen, but really only on the deer is where I put the gel pen. So everything else is just the Inktense pencils. So that turned out really well. And then in another page completed, I did this as part of a review for my Ecoline brush markers by Royal Talons, and this is the Ecoline brush markers, a little bit of Stickles in the center of the flowers, and a little bit of Winsor Newton iridescent medium on the wings, and a little bit of Stickles as well. But all the colors is from the Ecoline brush markers, and I used both a regular paintbrush and a water brush. So yeah, there you can see me completing most of this page on that video. And yeah, if you're interested in what makes the Ecoline brush pens so special, then check out that video, because they are very unique from any of my other water-based brush markers. So yeah, really happy that I have them, and I look forward to using them on more watercolor paper, because that's the best place to use them. So this paper so far, I've really been happy with it. It's 200 GSM, and yeah, so I look forward to using more of my water-based mediums in here in the future. So Okay, my next book here is, let's make sure we got it in. Hang on, I might have to adjust the camera a little bit. Okay, the next book is Maria Trolle Universum, and it was a buddy color with my friend Laura from Kaleidoscopic Colors. And we chose, I let Laura pick the page, and we chose this. She chose this page for the moon because we wanted to participate in Samway's coloring, and he had a hashtag called, and I'll put it on screen, Moon Color Quest, and it was for doing any page that had a moon in it in the month of November, and then posting it. This whole thing is done with polychromos pencils, and then I've got a little bit of gel pen on the clouds, just to kind of get rid of the lines. And on the moon, I've got some Spectrum Noir sparkle pen on tried to make these into like bands of northern lights, and I'm not sure that that actually came across as well as I wanted it to. These are poppies, so that was all in polychromos. The different large leaves here down below are a variety of both Pitt Artist pens and the Zig Clean clear markers, brush pens. So, and then if you look close, the background is all polychromos, and it's grass, and I used about 3 or 4 different colors of green in that grass, and I've got about 4 different colors of blue in the sky. And to get the sky nice and smooth, I did use Gamsol. And yeah, I like how the moon turned out. Really pleased with this picture, and I love how Laura's picture turned out as well. So I will put Laura's picture here right now. Laura and I have done a bunch of pictures together in the past. This was Laura's first page completed in her Universum book. So congratulations, Laura, to getting another book started. And thank you for buddy coloring with me. The next book is one that I am so close to being finished. It's getting down to the wire. I'm going to start off with a whip that I've gotten. I don't normally do whips, but this is actually a buddy color with a Colourful Diary off of Instagram. And we both decided that we wanted to take 2 months to complete this page because there is so much detail. So I've been completing it with a whole host of different mediums. I've got a little bit of stickles here. I've got glaze pens for some of the glass areas. I've got Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pops. I've got the Pitt Artist pens for the blue, and it's just there's a lot going on. There's a bunch of polychromos, some gel pens, so it's going to take me a little bit longer to finish this page, and we decided that we didn't want to rush it. We wanted to take our time. So thank you to Colourful Diary for being patient, and yeah, so we are working on this page. I did complete this page though, and this page was done with, I wanted to get the depth feeling of the different rooms, so I used different colors of green, like different shades. So the front room, the room that's closest to you, I used the Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pop in linen, and then as I went further down, I used different shades of green, both from the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pens, and then some other ones, the Zig Clean color ones, so the very dark. So yeah, and then I've got glaze pens to accent and some gold on the front, because there's hundreds of books on this page, and I knew that I couldn't do every single book a different color and make it look unique. So yeah, and then the colors for the bear are the same colors that he shows up on a few other pictures in the book, so I wanted to keep him kind of uniform. And of course the little goose here, it is also the same colors that I use throughout the book. So yeah, so finally got Henry's library, or Henry's books, done. And yeah, so hopefully it comes across as how I wanted it to. But yeah, I kept this page till one of the last pages because I wasn't quite sure how I was gonna get it all done, but I'm happy with the results. So I have one page left, and that's this page. So if anybody hasn't done this page in their book and they want to color along with me next month, then let me know. I'll just give you a closer look. So this is the last full page that I have left to do in this book, and then I've got some of the map to do. So I haven't finished the map because these pictures were from the previous book. They weren't in the current book. So yeah. So we are getting super close, and yeah, this will be completed next month, just in time for the end of the year. Okay. Here is a book. Actually, this is another hashtag I completed. So, okay. This is The Art of War, illustrated by Pete Katz. And I first saw this as a book on Denise, a Canadian colorist art channel. And to celebrate Movember this month, which is men's cancer research, bringing awareness to men's cancer. So you're encouraged to grow a mustache if you can. And so this fellow has a mustache, and so it's very hard for me to find many books with men in it. So when I saw this guy, I thought he would do. And he's kind of like an emperor or a general maybe, and he's looking at the placement of where he's going to send his troops. So there is a color and chat for this video, so you can see me in real time doing some coloring. I used some Ecoline markers. I used Pitt Artist pens, FinTech paint, some glaze, some polychromos, and some macaroon pencils. So the paint is obviously the on his hat, and on the weaponry, and then this is polychromos, and the back is actually colored in ivory polychromos. It's a little bit hard to maybe pick up on camera. I wanted the flowers to stay white, so they are white and gold with green leaves, and because I didn't want the wallpaper behind him to overtake the page, so I thought I would leave the flowers white. So I hadn't done that before, and I think it turned out okay. And yeah, but yes, so if you want to watch me do a little bit of this and listen to some table topic questions, there is a video on my channel. And that's the first page. So this counted for November's Color Your Hoard 2023 hashtag. Couple of one PDF that I did. This is a PDF that I did to celebrate the Day of the Dead at the beginning of the month. I also took advantage of using the Color Cube palette number 35 for Amanda Colors AC Palette Challenge. And yeah, so I used that. And it was a bunch of glaze pens, some Dollar Tree gel pens, some Ecoline brush markers, some Laurentian markers, some glitter gel pen here on his teeth. That's kind of fun. But yeah, just lots of different colors, and celebrating the Day of the Dead. So thanks to Amanda for hosting these palette challenges. It's been getting me using my color cubes every month, and I appreciate that. Something fun and quirky was I created my own mandala, and I did this to celebrate November 14th, National Pickle Day. And there is a pickle video on my channel, and we just have fun coloring this and talking about pickles and some pickle jokes and puns. So I think coloring should be fun. So yes, it's quirky, but I also made a challenge to everybody who could, if they found a pickle on their coloring pages, to go ahead and color them and then send me post them on Instagram. And so I will share with you here in this video all the pictures that were posted to Instagram and that I was tagged in. Since I challenged everyone else to find a pickle in their page, I also wanted to show you the pickles that I found in my page. So I'm not sure if the pantry intended these to be jars of pickles, but that's what I made them into. So there are 3 jars of dill pickles in there, and I think they turned out really well. Thank everybody so much for having some fun this month with National Pickle Day. I hope if you have found a pickle that you got to coloring it. Our next page is from Morning Scribbles. So Megan from Disney Meg Colors and Amanda from Nicnaccolours do a monthly group color along, and they selected the bread page. So this was just done in some variety of markers and a little bit of stickles on his eye. So we're getting very close. I think that there are 2 pages left in this book. So looking forward to having this book completed. This is a PDF book that I printed myself and disc bound. So thanks Amanda and Megan for a fun group color along. And this, my second last page, this is Rory Dobner's The Ink House, and I did this page. It's a double page spread, and I wanted to so the blue was already done as part of the book, and what I did is I used some gold paint for the nibs on all of the fountain pens. I used Graphitint, water-soluble graphite pencils for all of the ink columns, fountain pen columns, gold along the bottom as well. And then I used gelato for the rest of the stonework and the bottom bases here. So I used ivory colored gelato for that. And yeah, and I used the green here for the ladder is the Staedtler graphite water pencils. Oh goodness. So yeah, I like how that turned out. I have been using mostly water-based mediums in this book and I did activate these with a water pen. So happy with how it turned out. And yeah, so no polychromos at all in this book. I just used a bunch of Graphitint and some gelatos. So there you go. That's the Ink House. And my last book is the Anima Mandala Adult Coloring Book. And this month I did the crab, and I used some Tombow twin tone markers. They're like a really fine liner on one end, and then I also used some Spectrum Noir Sparkle pen, the green along the outside, so there is some shimmer to it, and also a black glaze, not black glaze, black metallic jelly roll. And the info on the crab is crabs can shuffle in all directions, straight, forward, backward, and even diagonally, but move faster by walking sideways. So there you go. You learned a little bit about a crab. I'm sure that this is not the color that a real crab is, but I thought it looked fun. And yeah, so that is another page complete. I've been doing these in order so far, and yeah, it's my only kind of book like this, and it was a gift, so I'll just keep working on it. And that are all of the pictures that I have done. I don't think I've missed any. Pierre says goodbye. have a super December. We are going to be coloring 24 pictures towards finishing the countdown to Christmas in December. So I will be seeing you lots in the month of December. I hope you have a colorful and creative week. And until Sunday's video, take care, have fun.